Welcome back to another fun day here at the Gruesome Garage. I'm getting cracking again on this Jeep. So Jeff was hogging the camera for a bit, and I didn't do too much filming, but I did make a little progress since you guys have last seen this thing. So let's check it out. I added another brace in here where you sit, just so, you know, if a rock, you know, if I roll over, something comes in this way, I don't feel like getting my legs smashed up or getting pinned in here. So, and I feel like that'll stiffen up this whole A-pillar a bit. And we also braced the roof. Now, I went crazy in the back, probably unnecessary. It is what it is at this point, but I'm happy with it. So I felt like this is what it looked like before, just all open above your head there. And I felt like it needed some more. It needed to match the back a bit. So we slapped a couple pieces in there. I need this space here for my head. I'm 6'2", 6'3", and my head is probably right here, so I don't want to be, you know, whacking it all the time. I don't want to have to wear a helmet all the time. Probably will when I wheel, but... So we threw a gusset here, piece across through these two in the middle here. And we got to do the same thing to that side. Add a gusset over there, add our piece for the passenger, and we're pretty much done with this cage. So, of course I ran out of DOM, but we're getting more. Now, in the meantime, I've been fooling around with some nonsense here. Now, this is the striker for the door, and this body has been tweaked a bit. As you can tell, when you close the door, of course, doesn't line up right. It's also because the striker's loose, but we really can't come higher here. So I think what I have to do is shim the door in here, shim it backwards a bit, and hopefully I can get it to line up a little better. But where the striker bolts to is all, you can see it's cracked. I'll show you the other side, it's much worse. But when you close the door, you can actually like pull it and flex. And there is something back there I'm gonna tie into just to give it a little bracing from behind. But that's what I'm working on now. And we got the same deal over here, except this side is all tweaked up. I came down on a rock one day and I did not have these braces on here that tie the 2x6 into the frame rails, and it tweaked the whole body. I don't know, it's hard to tell with you know, nothing on it, but it tweaked everything a little bit. So I'm working on fixing that. Brace is welded in, so I did the same on the other side, and that's a piece of 3/16 junk we had lying around. So nice and simple, real quick, just to add some strength. And now we're gonna slap in a nice little piece here. It's all cracked, it's all smashed, but we're gonna slap it together. All right, guys, little wham bam, and we got our patches made. So made them on both sides. Gonna tack them in now, get them zipped up, and that'll be done.
Now that one is tagged in, the next boy over there is getting prepped for the other one. So he's making some sparks, making some arcs, and he's ready to roll. Looks like that's fully prepped. It looks like it's ready to go in with some persuasion.
And just like that, it's all done. So we put a piece of 18 gauge here, and then this is 3/16. Nice little square, couple spot welds, boom, boom, boom. So that should stiffen that all up. It was all cracked and destroyed before, so we just got to fix a couple sides on the others, or a couple spots on the other side that I forgot to weld. I painted this already, but I got to clean it up, paint it again, and prime the other side. We made our wicked patches, braces, whatever you want to call it. And now we're going to move on to a very fun project here, the trans tunnel. So over here, I made the passenger side. Very simple, made a piece of cardboard, cut it out, you know, yada, yada, yada. Now we got to do the other side, the driver's side. And as you can see, we have a much larger hole over here. Had to do that for my seats, but now we got to figure out how to patch it up. So I'm using this piece because, or I'm using it as a template because essentially it's the same thing over there. I just have to figure out, I'm going to do that with cardboard. I got to add, you know, some pieces to it and get funky with it. So let's get cracking. We got the one side tacked in. Now we're gonna tack on this panel. I'm gonna make this side in 3 pieces. So that's one piece. There's gonna be a piece here and a piece in the front. And then for the transfer case here with the seat and all that, I might actually just make another piece that bolts on here. I haven't decided if the front piece I'm gonna weld or if I'm gonna bolt it on. So we'll see. It is kind of nice to have the access right here to the drive shaft. Much easier to get those bolts off and the shift linkage, trans, all that fun stuff. So we'll see what we're gonna do there. But for now, we're tacking this bad boy in. And just like that, we got a little more patching done. You know, a little cut and paste type of deal. So that's in, and we threw our seat in real quick because it is tight in here. So I can barely stick my hand in here. And I talked about before making another piece that bolts in here. I'll pull the seat out and show you what I'm talking about, but I just wanted to show you guys what we're dealing with. This close clearance Clarence. So let's rip this seat out and try to make something to patch it up. So just took another piece of this. I think it's 18 gauge, not positive, but cut it out, hammered it up a bit, heated it up a bit, and bend it to fit. Not pretty, but it'll work. And if you can see in there, what I used was those rivets that you, they're threaded inserts, and that you just use a rivet gun. This bad boy, it actually comes with all the tips, all the inserts and stuff. So you put these in, thread it on there, pop them in, and you got yourself a threaded hole. It's been a little while. Jeff stole the camera for a bit, working on this big beast out here, which he's just wrapping up. Couple stupid little things he had to take care of on there, but I did a thing. I made myself a nice little center console, whatever you want to call it, cover panel. So these behind it have these tabs. I'll show you that later, which you weld onto the tube. Ruffstuff sells them, and they're called trick tabs, or you know, something like that. And I ended up putting the same rivets that I put in over here into the tabs. You can buy the tabs pre-threaded, but they're like $2 a piece, $2.50 a piece. Bit expensive, but if that's the route you want to go for it. I just drill them out and put those stupid rivets in. So that's done. It fits, you know, pretty decent. Little gaps here and there, but I'm gonna put like some kind of weather stripping or silicone or something to seal that up, because a lot of Cherokees, as you guys know, the transfer case throws a lot of heat up into the Jeep itself. So if you don't seal that up, you're getting pretty warm in the summer. So we're gonna seal that up, Still gotta make panels here on the other side. I have to figure out, I gotta seal this somehow, keep the computer and everything nice and dry, all the wiring nice and dry, nice and cool. I think it's finally time to wrap up this roll cage build series. So this is the first cage I've ever built, Jeff and I, and I'm pretty happy with the way it came out. I know I did a lot of this off camera, Jeff was hogging it, but let me just give you a review of what we did here. We added a bunch of braces to the top in the driver compartment here. Both sides pretty symmetrical, a couple gussets by the window, another brace for our door bar, seat bar, whatever you want to call it. And I'm pretty confident that this is it for the roll cage. I don't know, I might add some more to the front, haven't decided yet. And the back, we still got to make a tube tire carrier, but we'll get to that in the future. So now that my cage is done, I decided I'm going to start from the front and work my way all the way to the back, doing all the other little fabrication things I have to do. So for starters, stuff like I have to remount my fuel pressure regulator, I have to mount my header panel, fenders, you know, all kinds of stuff like that. So tune in next time and we'll start cracking at getting this Jeep done.